Okay, good morning. This week we are back on a bit of everything actually. We've got some house build to show you where we're up to, what's been going on here. We've also got some on the farm stuff, and we've got farm meets Fowler and Gilbert with the shed and the building the bio unit down at the bottom. But before we go down there, I thought you'd give you a recap from here. So if you remember, we've got all of this ground out here. We want to level all this background, but it is still too wet. Even today in June, we have had 2 hailstorms. I don't know what the hell is going on with the weather, but it is still too wet, so we can't get this pile of soil out. On the days that it has been a bit drier, we've had Sarah from the office who has come and gone through all of the trees, pruned everything, done everything that she needed to. There was a few that were struggling, so she's done her bits of magic with them, and everything looks brilliant now, especially the avenue trees on both drives. Go and have a look at them. She is not the only one that has been working her magic with her green fingers, because Papa G has been very busy out here. We have got everything coming through. We've got potatoes, we've got beans, we've got onions, we've got carrots, we've got cauliflowers, we've got lettuce, we've got peas, we've got every single veg you can imagine coming out of our ears. Everything is growing up really well. It looks fantastic. We've planted all of the roses now that we bought, and we bought some more and planted them up from David Austin, which is brilliant because that's exactly what I want to do. I want all these to grow up round here and give us nice ends to each one of the bed. Have a look in the greenhouse. Since you were last here, I think we have built this additional planter which is on the back of the garage. Clayton has then been a professional tanker again in there, tanking, slurried all of that round. We've got this ACO running underneath, so we've built that up with gravel on top as a filter again, and then any water can get out and in the ACOs and gone. And then we've planted again with roses, so we've got the one climbing rose, and that's going to have the wires against the wall, so that will climb up the entire garage wall. The other 2 are just shrub roses. Additionally to that, we've had Justin and the guys back from RAC. They have fitted our outdoor units now. Now these were fitted and they were in white. I didn't like them, they looked an eyesore. I asked him to take them away, get them painted up. They've painted them black and now they look really good. Let's go around here. So in terms of inside the house, I still can't show you anything. Painters and decorators in Ash and Smithy, they've been in there. They've painted all the bits and bobs and all the wardrobes that we've made and stuff. Fireplaces have been painted up, they look absolutely amazing, but everything is sheeted up and sealed, so we can't go in to create dust. Wayne has also been cracking on really well too, because the kitchen has now started to go in. We've still got the stairs to put in and some bits and bobs in some of the other rooms. We haven't still yet got a finished room, but it is getting nearer. So we'll perhaps go in there next time and have a nosy. And the last bit on the house build is, if you remember, we tarmacked this with a temporary finish. Still don't quite know what's going on around this area here, but one thing I did want to do, there's a big drop off the side, and I just wanted to sort that out and tidy it all up so that we can then start landscaping that bit of garden. Now the plan was, and still is, we're going to run a wall like what we've got here, a little dwarf wall with a capping on, pillar at the end, run it round and to another pillar there, which then we can sort that area afterwards. But for the moment, we're going to dig this out. We've got some concrete coming on Monday, which is for down the bottom, and then I've ordered a little bit extra so we can put this footing in, and then when the brickies are done with all the other bits that we've got them doing, they can then drop on, get this wall built up, we can landscape that back, and finally we've got all of that front area. When it finally dries up enough to move the giant piles of crap from around there, we can then get everything finished up and landscaped all the way around the front, just leaving this section then that we will have to do at a later date. While we're walking down to Farm Meets Fowler and Gilbert, we'll leave you with a mini montage of house building bloom. Okay, so while en route to Fowler and Gilbert Meets the Farm, the other thing that we've done, which is a bit of both actually, is I've put this footing, or dug this footing ready for concrete for Monday, another little brick wall that I want to build around there with a raised border and a slightly higher back on it, a couple of pillars at either end, some nice capids on the top. And one of the main reasons is I always wanted it to be, or have, a flower border here, so it was nice when you drove in, but at the same time I also want to put the house name on the left hand side, the farm on the right, because believe it or not, although it is crystal clear when you drive through the gate which is which, we still get farm deliveries taking lorries and trying to get up to the house. So that's not what we want, and when everything is finished and landscaped up there, there's not going to be really enough room to turn a lorry around up there. So to try and stop that, we're going to get this built up, and like I say, on the backstop of the flower bed, then put these two signs, so hopefully nobody can get it wrong. Let's go down the bottom. Okay, so back now to Fowler and Gilbert Meets the Farm. We haven't really had any spare days, so we've not been down here. Sean managed to get a day in and get the shedder flashings run round on the inside of the building, so they look really good, pleased with them. So then on the bio unit, we've had the brickies back in, they've put us a trench block round, thermalite on the inside, we've got the cavity, the blue engineering then on the outside, and we're built up to damp. That has then meant that we have been able to stone this up to the right level. After a conversation with Wayne, he agreed that I was right and we should put underfloor heating in here. So that's what we're going to do. We've put the stone into the right level. We've just brought in the waste pipe, so we're going to take the couple of poo pipes out. We've got the shower, we've got the sink, so that's all ready to go. We're going to pour this concrete in then, and then we'll have the same build up as what you've seen before, which is the concrete, the damp proof membrane, we've got the insulation, the damp proof, and then the screed on the top that has got the underfloor heating in. So that's it, this is pretty much ready now. We've also got over in the corner here a couple of ducts in so we can bring water and power, which is ultimately, I think James is saying he wants to come to the building first and then come into here. So we're going to do that. We've got to run that from the other building over in the corner where we've got the power and the water in that existing building, so we've got to trench that through as yet, which will all work fairly well because we've got a busy few weeks ahead of us, so we're not going to get a chance to concrete the floor in the main building. We're going to try and get it prepped so it's ready, but while we're busy on other things, once this is concreted up, it gives the brickies chance to get back and they can start ringing this round. Then obviously Wayne, in between the little couple of jobs that he's got on for us up at the house, he can then nip down, get the cut roof on, and we can start pushing on and getting this closer to being finished. So that is it for this week. If you like what you've seen, hit subscribe, ring the bell. You've already seen house building bloom, and now we're going to leave you with a mini montage of floor going down, bit of concrete being laid, some brickwork, some trenches being dug for fancy things that we want to have. Montage, boom.